brother, first of all, why can't you, right, get your nicotine in the socially accepted ways of either smoking,
cigarettes,
or vaping? Why are you chewing nicotine gum? Secondly, why are you giving me nicotine gum as if it's like an extra?
Wait, so-
we convinced Sen that he was in love with. Well, it's now my current girlfriend.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
That's Boys, welcome back to the Critical Banter Podcast. This is the podcast where we emulate your favorite late night show and package them into one single podcast. This week's episode, we have a guest. We'll be doing the reach around, and as always, we'll be doing Bullslut. Joined with me is Kushagra.
Yes, sir.
And the main man himself, Triple Cheese.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. It's been a long time coming.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I mean, in my head, I always thought I'd like to be here, but no, I've actually been a fan for a long time. Yeah, so I was pretty happy to be here.
How long are we talking?
Like, actually, to be fair, Sen actually sent me a message back in 2019, and he said, I was on exchange, and he was like, yeah, me and my excuse my language, fuckwit mates have a podcast.
He said that about me.
He said that about all three, actually.
Okay.
And he made me listen back then, so I've been a fan for.
He made me.
Yeah, it was actually compulsory listening. I got homework after, so. It was good, but thanks for having me, guys. Yeah.
Triple Cheese on the podcast, mate. We've spoken. Look, we'll reach around him. We'll get to know him a little bit better in the next segment. But just for all you fans wondering who the hell this man is,
yeah.
Right?
What do you mean? It's self-explanatory.
Let's say less. Sen's cousin, Triple Cheese, the man, the myth, the legend himself is on. But boys, I have a yarn to start off this week. Right, I was out with the mates last week, and we were at a pub having a couple of beers. I famously, on the DCs and the LLBs, no alcohol for me, right? So I'm just chugging along. We're having a great time. Well, that starts getting a little bit dry, and I'm like, oh, does anyone have any gum that I can borrow? So I'm like, yeah. And like one of my mates like, here, have some gum. So I'm chewing on that, no dramas at all. 10 minutes later, I spit it out, and I'm back on the rum and not the rum and cokes,
rum and coke?
just the cokes.
Okay, Coke no rum, yeah.
Coke no rum. And then at that point, like, I'm feeling a couple of things. Firstly, I'm feeling dizzy. Secondly, I'm feeling a bit nauseous. And thirdly, I'm feeling like very focused, right? So the first thought that goes through my head is like, have I been drinking rum and cokes the whole time? Like, I'm like, nah, this is not what being drunk feels like.
But you can also tell the rum. Like, it's quite...
Yeah, it's obvious.
you're
I'd
right.
be concerned if
As
you
a
were...
professional yourself.
But I've just been drinking these cokes all day, and then like I'm feeling like this, like what is
Yeah.
going on, right?
It could be the old...
That's normal for here, right? Everyone knows that. Everyone at home knows that, right? Like,
I love you had to clarify Cokes.
Coke, no sugar, not the sugar Cokes.
That still could be...
Exactly.
You know?
There was no sugar book. I don't do any of that nonsense. Please stop slandering me. I literally had a guy come up to me the other day, and he's like, he literally offered me drugs at the club because he was like, oh, like I've heard you do this because you're on the podcast and everyone says that you do drugs. I'm like, no, dude,
Like,
no, get that away from me. Anyway, so I'm feeling nauseous and dizzy and then just very wired, right? So then the second thought that goes in my head, I'm like, have I been roofied here? Like, has someone like slipped something through my drinks, right? And then I'm like, I'm sitting there silently for a bit. My mate's like, is everything all right? I'm like, oh man, I'm feeling a bit sick. Like, I kind of want to bounce.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's like, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I gave you my nicotine gum. And so I've been chewing this guy's nicotine gum,
That's
4
mad.
milligram nicotine gum. And I'm like, brother, first of all, why can't you, right, get your nicotine in the socially accepted ways of either smoking,
cigarettes,
or vaping? Why are you chewing nicotine gum? Secondly, why are you giving me nicotine gum as if it's like an extra?
Wait, so he had like 2 packs. He had like an extra pack, and he gave you the nicotine pack without realizing. That's bad.
And then so I'm sitting there like, all right, now what's happening? So for the next hour and a half, dude, I'm feeling like I'm wired up, like dialed to the gills. I'm so focused. There was a time where like one of my mates in high school told me about his time on Adderall and Ritalin, these ADHD medications, right? And he told me he was like focused and sat on the computer for like 6 hours and his mum was calling him for dinner and he would not move. Dude, that's how I felt like for like nonstop. Jeez. And so I'm sitting there like, dude, someone get me home because and so then he started educating me. He's like, so there's 2 types of nicotine gum. There's a 2 milligram one, and that's if you smoke 20 cigarettes or less a day. And there's a 4 milligram one if you're smoking a pack a day. This guy does not even smoke. So I'm like, why are you using nicotine
what did
gum?
you use it for then? Just for like concentration?
For concentration.
Jesus.
So this guy is using nicotine as a study drug for his university degree.
What? What's he studying? That's what I have to know now.
He's studying law. He's one of you. He's doing what you do.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I should have got that.
So that's story number 1. Number 2 I want to talk about is wedding etiquette. Okay, so I've been to
Here we go again. Wait,
Another wedding, bro, and another wedding.
I went to
Imagine that.
It's a famous partnership between
Yeah.
these two, and it's not a hate love, it's hate.
Yeah, he hates it, but it still goes somehow.
no, I love weddings. Man. I love, but I went to a
All
friend's
love or
wedding.
Just making sure. Just check it.
I went to a wedding, my friend's wedding, the other week, and well, you know how there's like hashtags for wedding. I don't know if this is like a worldwide thing or this is like very centralized in the brown community. It's like if Jack is marrying Jill, it'll be like hashtag Jack and Jill went up the hill and you know, it's just something like that.
Long hashtag.
Or if this guy is like Jerry, he's getting married, right?
Tom and Jerry. Or?
Yeah, no, it's like hashtag, I love you, Jerry, much. Just like some dumb stuff like that, right? So I'm sitting here. I don't love hashtags in general. Like I think it's a little bit cringe, right?
Yeah.
But this is the one that I saw, and it may be the worst one of all time. So this guy, I'm not going to say his full name, but his last name is Abraham, right? He is getting married to some chick. Let's say her name's Cheryl, right?
Okay.
Hashtag for this was happily ever Abraham.
That doesn't even make sense. Oh, happily ever after.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. Exactly.
I'm confused. Wait, the Abraham's just replacing the after.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Thank
it
you.
doesn't make like it.
So I'm sitting here like I'm trying to put two and two together, and then I asked like the family. I'm like, what is this happily ever Abraham? And then it's like happily ever after, happy ever Abraham. I'm like, dude, those words.
Telling like you're stupid. Like what do you mean? What do you mean you don't get it? Like
I'm sitting like, dude, that is not a thing. Why have you done that as a hashtag?
I'm pretty sure like you do a hashtag Abraham Lincoln is probably better than happily ever Abraham. What the fuck? What is that?
So
You asked him to use. What was his? I should have done his first name. That's probably a bad
I
idea.
don't want to
but-
slander him on his wedding
Yeah,
day. But so there's that.
Yeah.
Second of all, at the ceremony,
Yeah.
so there was a Hindu ceremony, and then there was the actual like the civil ceremony, the white people ceremony, and then the reception. So it was like
Thanks for specifying, by the way.
3 events in one day. Event number 1
Yeah.
was the Hindu ceremony, and that went long. That was like a 2-hour, 3-hour affair.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm sitting there, and so I've decided like, and it's like I don't know how to describe this, but essentially you could do whatever you want while this thing is going on. Like Triple Cheese is familiar with this.
Yeah.
So like what happens is like the ceremony is going on,
Yeah.
but really like no one's really paying attention, which is so wild to me.
Yeah.
Right, like things are just happening.
That's
in and
standard
around.
though. I feel like that's standard. Like I've been to heaps of Indian weddings, and they're like uncles who are like got KO Sports watching the IPL highlights. Like
I learned to play poker at a Hindu wedding.
while they're doing the
I was
the
6 years old, and my cousin had like a crippling gambling addiction, and he brought cards to the wedding.
Yeah.
and we got didn't I have like the flower vases and stuff. They had like lotus petals.
Yeah.
we used that as chips. Like the red ones were like 5s, like the yellow ones were like 10s.
You're just like
And
dismembering the decorations.
this man was literally playing like cards, like going like my brother was 8, I was 6, just giving us cards like that, brother. It's he literally do anything
teach
except
him
for
young.
watching.
Teach him young. That's what I
bro.
say.
But yeah, exactly what you said, right? Like the wedding is happening, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. What I saw, and then I went to the back because I wanted to stretch my legs a little bit. 2 hours in, I was getting a bit tired, so I went to the back. And I was get some water, come back, and then we stood at the back with my mates. And as we're watching this ceremony from afar, we see this couple in the back row of this reception, and they're just macking on. They're literally making out
At someone else's
at someone else's wedding.
Hindu wedding ceremony.
Now, what is there any etiquette there? Surely a bit of decorum, because as you said, Raj is playing poker, right?
Yeah.
And we're saying that's okay.
I reckon that's a little subtle.
I think,
Like,
yeah.
and also like I'm okay with that. Like I said,
It's not making other people uncomfortable, me playing poker.
yeah, it's also like that. I feel like that's Sen's origin story. I'm sure Sen was there as well.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
with the pokies, just slowly lifting his arm up and
Yeah.
down. But like, I think that's subtle because
Yeah.
like you're hidden behind chairs, and all you're seeing is a guy just flicking.
It's
his
just
hand.
cards. To anyone walking past, it looks like cards. And like with kids, it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kids with pedals. Who knows? They're just
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
But actually, what's happening is the start of a crippling gambling addiction.
That carries on to this day, but
But making out, especially at a Hindu ceremony.
that's gonna be the worst thing I've heard in my life.
Yeah.
So the couple was not Hindu. They were like they weren't Hindu.
Yeah, they were
Well,
Hindu.
that checks out. That
Yeah.
checks out.
You just paint your own story there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was extremely disrespectful.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
disrespectful. Like, you may as well just start having sex then. Like, it's
I think there's definitely other steps so we'll precurse that.
Yeah, true,
But no, but like, did any of the aunties or any uncles see that, or like?
Because maybe they were respectfully doing it because they were on the back row.
I don't
you
think there's
know?
any way you can respectfully
do
be
they
macking
kiss
out.
and go, oh, I'm so sorry. And then they go back to it.
Like, oh crap, they're getting married now. All right, we're back.
So I thought, you know what? We'll give them a pass.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say in some imaginary world, we'll give them a pass for that.
Yeah.
We'll say fair enough. Long ceremony. maybe recently started dating, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Then comes the civil ceremony.
Oh no.
Mate, they're not in the back row this time. They're in the middle seats. And then before the wedding starts, right? Maybe when like the intro music, the violinist is playing, right? They're going at it again.
Like they're going full making. It's not like a peck on the lips. This is full making.
No,
out.
dude, I'm seeing tongues getting stuck down throats. Like,
Yeah, this
you
guy
know.
had the HD
Yeah,
live.
this guy's got holy shit. You got the front row seats to that, brother. You're
So-
watching two weddings happen at the same time.
Dude, so he couldn't control himself during the Hindu wedding, and then the civil, the white person wedding, he's just going at it again. And I'm thinking, like, what is going on here? There's got to be some sort of level of decorum
Yeah.
that you must have at a wedding, nonetheless.
Did anyone do anything like to stop?
Surely
it?
middle seats more noticeable. Like
No one, you can't do much there because, like, to be fair, they also didn't do it while the wedding was happening. It was like the events before, like the bridesmaids kind of walking in, and
Right.
there's like
So no respect for the bridesmaids. Literally none.
literally none whatsoever. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just left a off taste in my mouth.
There, you
Just
saw it
just
twice.
Yeah.
This guy first saw the 144p version in the back, and then you got the 4K version in the front. Yeah, that's actually pretty disrespectful. Like, no matter where, like you're saying, they can take a break, but that's
Like
not.
PDA is already like a touchy subject. You know, some people like it, some people don't.
Yeah.
But this is next level.
Well, a peck is fine. A peck here and there, like I get that. The wedding blues have got
Yeah,
you.
it's very lovey-dovey in the air. Like
Understandable, but when the
You can't make it
tongue,
out.
tongue's coming
you
out.
can't- Yeah, tongues to be in your own mouth. So that's the bare minimum at a wedding. That's not your own, I feel. Tongues have to be in your own mouth. Like, that's got to be it.
Yeah, agreed. I have one story as well, and this has got nothing to do with weddings. okay.
Oh, but
No,
tongues or no tongues in this one?
This is just a classic Kush story, you know, where like I get annoyed at I think okay behavior, but in my eyes it's worth the execution. But what happened was I was on the train going to work, sitting in the vestibule area, and
The what area?
The vestibule.
Yeah, I
area.
missed that. What is that?
What is that?
The middle area.
Oh, like the ones where you come in the doors.
Yeah, that's
Not
the
the upstairs,
vestibule.
downstairs. Oh.
Massive word.
Yeah, that's
Multi-syllable word.
Yeah,
What?
that's you English,
Guys,
bro.
I read the dictionary. But anyway, so I'm sitting there in the vestibule area, and it's like one of those stops where everyone's pretty much packed. But
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I've got a seat there. I'm sitting next to this dude, and he's there. He sees me sit. You know, we space each other out. It's nice. And then we go to the next stop, and then there's this one lady there who's she was standing there even when I got there. So I waited for her if she wanted to sit. Didn't do anything. Took the seat. Right. And then 5 seconds later, this guy stands up, and then he like touches the lady's arm and is like, "Would you like to take my seat?" After I'd also waited and just making sure if she wanted to sit down, she didn't. And I sat down. She was obviously like, no, it's all good. And then he's like, no, please, take my
Insisted.
seat. Yeah, and I was looking up. I may have noise cancelling headphones, but I could tell what was going on.
You can lip read. You know.
Yeah, I was giving this guy daggers. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like this man, and I she didn't sit down. Credit, because I think she realized as well. Like, what this guy's pretty weird. Like, this isn't Prince Charming over here. I don't know what he was doing. Like Prince Charming of Strathfield, apparently. Anyway, so we both go back to sitting down, but I was super annoyed for the end of the train. I wanted to just give that guy a shove. You know, like I was ready to punch him.
Was that guy older than you?
No, our age,
Okay, so similar age.
similar age.
You just want to one up you. That's what it was.
Yeah, look, the lady was probably around our age as well. Going to
That's so
office.
rogue.
That's rogue.
Offering. Okay, look, you can't be offering like similar age ladies your seat.
And also, keep in mind, this is packed. So there are other ladies as well in the vicinity.
But he chose one.
He chose one. Maybe he was trying some kind of riz. I don't know.
It's El Riz then.
No, but it's just funny because if you offer, like, it's almost disrespectful to her to offer her a seat. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are some times where I've offered seats to like elderly people who have said no because they don't believe they're truly elderly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Because I don't know, like, if you see like a 90-year-old guy or girl, you obviously offer your seat on the train.
Yeah.
But if it's like, you know, this 50 to 60, like
Yeah,
your
so they can
dad's
stand.
age,
Yeah.
like they can stand, but I still offer.
Yeah,
But
of
sometimes
course.
they say no because it's like they're capable of doing that.
Yeah.
Offering a 25-year-old girl your seat.
And like,
Is wild.
Here's the thing, because like when I entered, right, I knew there was the space there, but she was already there standing. So I waited, train moved, and it was around 30, 40 seconds, and I'm like, she's not taking the seat.
No, but you have to give some sort of. She can't read your mind, brother. You know, she can't read your mind that you're letting her have that seat. Maybe she's letting you have that seat.
Well,
you
then
have to
thank
do.
Well, I gladly sat down.
That's my seat now.
I think you have to at least gesture.
Yeah.
Would you like offer? Would you like the seat instead of sitting there like a mute?
No, but like, I waited a solid amount of time, right? Like if she wanted, she was already there, so she didn't take the seat. This
Yeah.
was just me extending another bit of kindness. All right? That probably I didn't even have to do in the first place. Anyway, so she didn't sit down, but like the fact that guy stood up the moment I sat down, like 5 seconds after, it was like, yo, do you want to
That's
take
a bit
this?
rogue, I'll be honest. Especially for someone who's the same age as you. Like,
Yeah, like
and there's a packed train. Like that's like, there's no need for that.
there's actually no need. Like, anyway, I was super annoyed at that dude. No idea who this guy is, but whoever that guy is, I fucking hate you.
If you're out there and you're listening to the podcast, then
Alrighty, fellas. As you heard in the log, we have a famous myth of the podcast. People have been crying out for this, man. Triple Cheese is here, and we're going to reach around him. All right, first question, Triple Cheese. What is the biggest rare unit you have ever come across? We asked this to all our guests.
Famously.
famously as it's known. Oh, that's good. Like, I should have thought of this one. Yeah, actually, no, I have one. There's one from it's actually one from my work. So this is, I don't know if it's the biggest rare unit, but it's the one that comes to my mind right now. So in another bathroom story, as you guys love on this
fantastic.
podcast. So
Bravo.
I've come prepared, I like to think. But so you know, as most bathrooms have, we have in our workplace, which I love by the way. We have no, just quick
little shout out.
Yeah, quick little shout out.
Shout out to toilet number 3. Let's go.
Toilet number 3 now. So we have our own level bathrooms. We go in. We have the urinals on the left. We have like the wash basins, and we have like the
standard for a bathroom.
Whatever. Standard bathroom procedure.
Yeah.
What was
Okay,
the paint color? Was it white?
Let me restart this story. Okay. Anyway, so at our workplace we have bathrooms on level. So my mate, he was like, had to go to the bathroom. It was after lunch, and he walks in, and the urinals you have, and then there's always like those like dividers, so like urinal divider, urinal,
Like a little privacy shield.
The privacy shield. So like no one peeks in the one of those.
That's only in the. I feel like that's an office thing. Like you don't get that like train station.
Oh yeah,
No way.
yeah. So this is like urinal divider. And there's only like 3 of them. So my mate's walking into the bathroom. He walks in. My mate also like he's my age, so he's like very low on the corporate ladder, right? Okay. So he's walking in, and he sees one of the partners standing at the urinal, right? So the partner's standing there. Like, he's an old guy. He's been there for like years, right?
Right.
So he's standing there, and he's like obviously doing his business. And then he looks to my mate when he walks in. So he looks at my mate, and my mate like looks, and they lock eyes. And my mate's like,
weird tension.
Yeah, weird tension. And my mate's like walking towards the urinal.
Yeah.
There's obviously like there's 3. So obviously there's like he's in the right corner. There's obviously the middle one, there's the left one.
Yep.
He looks at my mate, and then he puts his arm around the divider, as if he's like trying to stop from copying his answers, and then he turns his body and continues pissing this way, like as if like he's on like an angle. My mate as confused as if like he thinks he's gonna like go pee right next to it, but there's a 3rd spot available. Yeah. My mate looks at him and like he's dumbfounded, and he walks back out. He's like, you know what? I'll come back later. And then he gets. He's like, he got cocked so hard. He was like, you know what? I don't even want to pee right now. I'll hold it. I'll come back later. Like he locked eyes with him, and then he covered the urinal as if he was scared he's gonna look inside.
Like
dividers exist for the reason.
I was about to say, like, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything. Like he's literally standing there, and then
unless
he
you're like
to,
7 foot where you can like
look down.
down.
Like it was just like. He looks at the guy and
covering
then
his answers.
he covers the divider. He puts a divider, had in the divider.
But like the fact that there's a middle one, you're obviously not going to choose the
Yeah, like
middle
I think
one.
I don't know if he was scared he's gonna go to the middle one, or if he's scared he was
What's
gonna.
he scared?
I don't know. Like, my mate walked out. And he was like dumbfounded. And he told me at lunch that day, and I was like,
The fact that he was like, I can't piss.
like he was so like confused. He had to turn around and walk away and think about what just happened. And as a partner, so you can't even talk about it with someone.
No,
like,
you
you're
can't.
like, you
Yeah.
can't.
You just gotta.
You're just gonna cop it. Like,
that, dude, urinal stories. Like I've come across where like people are pissing and they do that thing where they turn around when the door opens, which I don't
It's
understand
valid.
why. No, it's not valid.
I think
It's not valid.
Because it's like we're like monkeys, bro. We look at it. Whatever thing happens, we're like, I want to see what happened. Right?
Yeah, but also like. What do you expect? There is a male who's going to walk in to pee.
Like that's what he's coming to do.
Like, yeah, they're just going to do their business,
Yeah.
right? But when people do that, they lock eyes.
Yeah.
Normally I'm just a little hand up, and then they go, "Hey, how you going?" And I'm like, "Oh."
No, dude, there should be silence in bathrooms.
And then the way I do it, like I hate when they go, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I'm like, I go to the cubicle. I'm like, "Yeah, good," and then I just lock the cubicle, and then they don't say a thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're not going to go to the cubicle being like,
talk through.
like, what's going on with you, brother? But I hate the communication in the bathroom.
It's
It's
the
got to
worst.
stop.
Yeah, it's
But, like,
gotta stop.
It's funny because I think females would say the opposite. Like I think that for them, like my partner's telling me, she's like, I I love having yarns in the cubicles with the girls next to me.
I recently found out
What?
girls actually go into the same cubicle together and they have yarns.
No way.
No, legitimately.
I've heard of that as well, but they don't.
They take turns peeing, and like one of them is talking, and then one of them is like on the bathroom seat, and then two of them like standing up, or three of them standing up, like talking to them while they take turns
serious?
peeing. Yeah,
Wait, are they facing them, or is it they're facing
I'm
the
not
door?
sure. I don't know ask that much detail, but like
let's do a bit better next time. I
I should have, but
That's
that
crazy.
was mind blowing to me. Like
That's mind blowing to me as well. I've heard like them together, but it's like they might be.
that's
just
why it takes so
talking.
long. Like it all makes sense now. It's adding
Dude,
up.
on our road trip. Okay, I was actually not here for this.
Yeah.
But weren't you saying that?
Yeah, so obviously
Flip
guys versus girls, flip cup. You know,
Okay.
guys we were down, boys were down 3-1, best of 5, right?
Okay.
Unbelievable gameplay. Came back 5-4. One of the greatest.
Best of 7, surely.
Yeah.
Best of 5, they win.
Yeah, sorry, no, first to five.
First to
Yeah,
five,
so we
yeah.
were 3-1 up and we came back 5-4.
Class.
It got to the point where they ran. So we beat them. They ran away, right?
Everyone was chirping, man.
It was a lot of
lot of
chirp.
shit talk.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
like, couples also chirping at each other.
Oh,
there was a lot
yeah.
going on.
A lot of
there.
domestics
A lot of
happening.
domestics going on, right?
all right.
Girls are getting up and then they ran as soon as they lost, right?
Okay.
And then, I was like, I was in the bathroom. Like, so also this place, big house, 2 bathrooms.
Yeah,
The whole, 18 people.
18 people house, 2 bathrooms.
1 shower, 2 bathrooms. the one bathroom that like was it with that shower was like a bigger one. It doesn't lock though. So I was in there chugging a piss, right? These girls all ran to the bathroom, closed the door, and I was like, wait, I'm still inside. And then they sent me out. And then I was like, wait, I haven't washed my hands. I have to go to the next bathroom, wash my hands. And then also there's a connector between the 2 bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
I hear them like everyone goes, apparently, so we found out later,
Yeah.
they're all taking turns peeing and they're all singing Taylor Swift songs the whole time. I'm here washing my hands in a connector, like I've got the window that connects to the bottom. I can hear Taylor Swift songs going.
You're hearing love story.
I'm hearing
just
love
being,
story going on. I'm
you know?
hearing You Belong With Me like the whole time. And I'm washing my hands. And I'm like, oh God, dude.
They did tell us though. They said it was a backs towards the person pissing.
Oh, okay.
But
There's your
in a
answer.
cubicle though,
Is there no space?
there's no space.
How are you like? Yeah, you're rubbing shoulders there.
Dude, that was a very
I
eye-opening.
actually didn't know that. That is mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
New information.
Take something from today. Yeah.
You informed me recently that Sen was not actually being entirely true when he, said your nickname was Triple Cheese and how that story came about. So please, we'd love to know what is the origins of the Triple Cheese story.
Well, I mean, no one's really surprised that Sen has slandered me before in this podcast, so it's much like him. But no, started in high school, much like most good nicknames.
Classic.
Yeah. How there's always that one guy in your school like who makes the nicknames for everyone.
Yeah.
Like there's always that one guy like who like he was like start shit, like starts the rumors, like starts nicknames, and like he'll carry on. But also at the same time, you can't like talk smack to this guy. Like he's too good at like
He's got clout.
diverting. Yeah, he's got clout. Like he
clout.
can divert anything that comes to him, he'll divert to someone else.
He's literally like a prophet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can say just prophecies
Yeah.
and they just stick. Everyone
And they come
everyone,
true.
yeah.
Like they come true somehow. Like there was a guy who was memed for liking his girl, and then he ended up liking that girl like 2 years later. Like somehow against all odds, this guy's like joke turned out to be factual.
Actually, that reminds me of like we convinced Sen that he was in love with. Well, it's now my current girlfriend.
Wait a minute. Hold up. That's
In like just after high school, maybe in high school, we were just like Sen. Like you love Cindy, you love this, you love that, and then Sen's like considering he's been gaslighted into liking her.
yeah. It's like, wait, maybe I do like her. Like, maybe I'm in love with her. Like these guys, that's what they do, right? That's their full-time job.
Yeah.
Like they don't come
Yeah.
to study, right? So this guy, he it was just like the classic. Like we were a big group of brown boys back in high school. Played back over soccer like most brown boys do at lunchtime, and obviously we have limited time for lunch. We were like, you know what, we're gonna hold our lunch and play. So like we'll eat while we play, right? So my I played defense. I had my sandwich. And my mom used to do this thing where she'd make 2 sandwiches, but cheese sandwich, 1 slice of cheese. Let me make that clear to everyone listening at home. 1 slice of cheese. Actually, no, I think it was the mozzarella where you sprinkle. Yeah, I was feeling fancy in 11. Okay. I think it was like 7, but get the mozzarella cheese and just toasted 2 toasties, but she'd cut them in half each. Right,
Right.
the triangles, the classic. on the triangle.
Yeah.
So you got 4 pieces
I have 4 pieces
of cheese
toasty.
Yeah.
Got
Yep.
you. Okay.
So I'm playing at lunchtime, we're going around and like this character, right? He never actually played soccer. Like he was never there for the soccer. He was there for the just the fun of it, really.
Yeah.
So he's walking around. He just makes conversation with anyone who's not like playing soccer. So the ball's on the other end, and I'm like, just trying to eat my lunch. And they're quite like the quick 3 minutes, like whenever the ball comes back. And he's like, "Oh, what do you have for lunch there?" And I'm like, "Oh, cheese sandwich." And he looks, and I already ate one, obviously. So I was a big kid in high school. And then I had 3 left. And then he was like, "Oh, triple cheese sandwich." That's what he said. He just said it. That's what he said, right? As if he was like speaking like from the prophecy. Like, triple cheese sandwich. Triple cheese sandwich became triple cheese. And then it just stuck. Like, I used to go around school, like, people would be like, triple cheese. Like, people said cheese even. Like, I'd respond to that. It got to the point, like, when we, like, at year 11 and 12, we actually, we took indoor soccer, like, pretty seriously back in school. I don't know, not a real sport. But we ended up, like, buying shoes, like, for, like, indoor soccer.
Yeah.
And, like, it was, like, this really cool discount code. And then we could also, like, get, like, our names embroidered or something embroidered in your shoe. So, obviously, cheese was embroidered in mine. I didn't even get to choose that. Someone chose that for me. And even to this day, like if I play sport with a lot of my high school boys, they still refer to me just triple cheese. Yeah.
I gotta say, it's a decent nickname. Actually, cheese by itself as a nickname is great. Cheese is like telling you there's a bit of dollars involved.
It just rolls to the tongue. Like maybe we like shouting me to pass the ball. Cheese, easy. Like I'm done. I'm turning around.
But
like
also triple, man. There's something with, like, it wouldn't work if it was double, or like
Double
single cheese.
double cheeseburgers exist, but triple cheeseburger. That's a new addition.
Yeah, I like it.
So
There you go. So that's how. Okay. So Sen, I don't know. What Sen said something
Sen said something about
your
what-
mum made you a sandwich with
like
three
three,
slices
but
of.
it's like also the shitty like single slice like from one craft or something. What was it? Yeah.
But in truth be told, there's a bit of mozzarella.
Yeah,
in
but it
that
was
bad
like,
boy.
my mom had some money back then. I don't know about now, but
You love to see it.
Yeah.
All right. So triple cheese. Sen's also slandered you twice.
at least minimum.
When we've traveled together. Firstly, he told a story about when you were supposed to come with us to Melbourne. We were supposed to drive you to Melbourne, but you ditched us to get driven down at 7 p.m. Right? Why did you ditch us? And how was your drive down?
So I mean, I can't really lie. Sen got that pretty bang on. Like, why I ditched you? It was work. And I didn't really have the option to work from home. Actually, I would have if I properly gave the leave. That was 100% my fault.
Okay.
But I was at home. I was at work, and then my mate called me and he was like, "Look, I'm leaving tonight, 7 p.m." And I was like, "You know what? I can do that. Like, that's a viable option for me."
Melbourne, 10-hour drive.
10-hour, like famously 10-hour drive. We left at 7 p.m. that day, right? So I'm like, this guy was like, "Yeah, it's just gonna be me and you." I'm like, "Oh, sick. Like, I've known this guy for a while. I'll be good." I come out of my house.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother person standing there. I've never seen this guy in my life. I was like, "Who is this geezer?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my mate, like, so and so, like he's coming down with us." And I'm like, "I'm gonna sit in the car for 10 hours with my mate who's driving, so he's gonna be preoccupied, and this other guy who I do not know who it is."
Gotta
right?
make small talk.
Bit of small talk. And it was like, okay, you know what? I'll sit in the back. It'll be chill. Get in the car. And then, so my mate's like, he's got one of those like old school Toyota vans. Very nice van, like very comfortable, a lot of space and everything. It's just 3 of us, a lot of space.
Yeah.
It's a 7-seater car.
7-seater car. It's 3 people. There's luggage in the back. We have, like, I have space to put my legs up at the back. Very
So
nice.
nice.
Yeah, we're just driving. 7 p.m. we left. It's around 7:30. He's like, it's Thursday night. NRL's going on tonight.
Mate, Thursday night footy.
Thursday night footy. I was
Can't
like,
miss it.
Yeah, I was like, that would be a dream if I could watch the Thursday night footy right now. Like, it's a long drive. I'm not a big footy fan, famously. Me and Rohit, not big footy fans, but we would like watch it if it's available, right? Like,
Yeah,
I've been
of
selling for
course.
10 hours. He's got the center console, right? Like, it's an old school car. He's got a center console, it's CarPlay and stuff. I'm like, oh, like he's obviously put it in. He clicks on it and then he starts like swiping, and I'm like, all right, like fair enough.
Getting
He's
maps or something.
Maps or something. Opens up KO Sports on his center console and logs in. And I'm like, what is this man doing right now? He's going 70 down like the Hume. He's going 70 down. Like, he's not even on the Hume Highway now. He's still going like 60 or 70 through the side roads. Gets on the Hume Highway, go like 110.
Yeah.
Watching the game live and direct on his center console while he's driving. Like, not that it's like he's like doing one of these ones while he's like looking down.
So this man was literally watching the footy while he was driving.
Watching the footy while he was driving. He like
That's crazy.
110, looking down, looking back at the road, looking down, looking back at the road. And then we have
you
food.
can't miss it. You can't miss
You
it.
can't miss
You can't
footy.
miss Thursday night
It's a
footy,
live
bro.
game.
The
Yeah, you have
Eels
to
were
watch
playing.
it. Yeah, you have to watch it. And then we were going, and then first game finishes, only one game, so it was not bad.
Thank God.
9:30, guy in the front falls asleep. Also, a bit of a gripe for me. If you see in the front, you got to be awake. especially on a long drive, right? You can't be sleeping in the front seat and like let
100%.
the guy.
Because it also affects the driver as well.
Yeah.
Like a bit of what do you call them?
Mental-
Subliminal sleep patterns. You know?
They
You
start
never know.
dozing off as well, and
Yeah.
then suddenly you're going 110 into the barrier. You know? It's
So
dicey
this
stuff.
guy's knocked out. Game's finished. He's knocked out, and I'm like sitting in the back. I'm like, look, I'm awake. When we stop for petrol, I swap in. Swap to the front. Watch a bit more like I think it was like the Matty John show, like some football show. he's watching the post game show after. This man's like, no, like I want to watch this post game show, and I was like, look, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Like you're driving me, I'll go.
Dude, I think you actually can say no. I actually think you're in your rights to say no.
Because honestly, it's kind of interesting. Like not a bad show. I was like, I'll do it.
Well, you're not worried for your safety. Like,
Dude, there's a few people when they drive, like even if they're doing that, like I feel kind of safe in the car. And this guy, like he's like going 120, 130, and it got to the point where he was literally like going like 150. Like
Okay.
we got to Melbourne, which you will find out. Like we got to Melbourne within 7 hours.
That's
It's a 10 hour. It's a
crazy.
10-hour drive.
oh, this guy's a veteran
This
driver.
guy's done the Melbourne drive last year also. So he's a veteran driver. Like, he knows what he's doing. 7 hours got to Melbourne.
Okay.
We're watching the Matty John show, and then he gets a bit bored of it. So he's like, let's put a movie on. I'm like, sorry, what? And then he swipes and he gets to open Netflix, or it was a stand or something. 21 Jump Street goes on. We're watching 21 Jump Street. I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's go. We're watching 21 Jump Street.
Dude.
My mate's snoring in the backseat.
This guy is treating your car as if it's like an aeroplane.
Dude.
Like as if it's a long haul flight. You just can choose entertainment, whatever you want to play.
I like that.
Dude,
I
he's
like
like this, any food you want, anything you want, let me know. Like, I don't know. You guys like flattering my drive. I think it was one of the best drives I've had in my life, bro.
Did you get to watch the sequel as well?
I watched 20 after that. We went back to back. We went 21, 22. By the time 22 finished, we were in like Melbourne CBD. Like, it was unbelievable.
He
Like,
timed it as well.
he
2
timed
movies,
it.
Matty John's show.
NRL.
We're going to get to Melbourne by the end of the
2 a.m. we get to Melbourne and the kebab shop's still open. Like, it was unbelievable. We get kebab.
Who's this man? Hook me up, bro. That's the greatest driver.
If you ever want to go to Melbourne, let me know. I got a guy for you guys. You're driving down.
That reminds me of like in India, you have like drivers to take you around because the
Yeah.
public transport's not great, right? And they have like this thing where the TV comes from the roof. It's like on one of those, you know, the buses,
Yeah.
how the TVs come from the roof. So this guy also did a similar sort of thing, right? Except instead of Matty John show and NRL, we're watching like, Three Idiots and, Jub We Met, all these like Hindi movies, right? And he's just sitting there and like, he's not even looking at the road. He's just staring up at the TV and driving. And in his peripheral vision, he's driving through the streets of India. And Melbourne Drive at 2 a.m. I'm imagining there's not a lot of cars,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
India, population of 1 billion famously, right? Just chock-a-block. This guy's not even looking at the road. He's just hearing sounds and then just weaving through traffic. It was actually mad.
Yeah, but to be fair, like Indian drives are built different.
They're actually built different. Like
Yeah.
my dad drives everywhere he goes, but the one place he will never drive is in India. He's
Yeah.
like, you have to be like built, like born and bred to drive.
Dude, that's
car.
a minefield over there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like that guy who was on the bus, like he knew what he was doing. Like he was like, I can watch.
He's watched
X minutes
60,
of the movie.
60 movies in that time, bro. He's done years of work on that.
Also in Melbourne, we went to the casino and we went to the casino after a night out and Triple Cheese, this is after we got kicked out actually. Triple Cheese then just proceeded to lose all his money in a very short period of time. Quick, give us a rundown actually, because the story of how you won that money back is pretty funny.
Yeah, look, it wasn't a great night for me. I'll be honest, guys. So I famously told Rohit I was $0 for my accommodation. My mate lives in Melbourne. I had $0 to drive down because there's no flight tickets.
Okay.
I mean, petrol was split. On that night alone, I lost $476 one night's earnings, right? And 200, I think like a solid amount was from that casino. So I walk in. Obviously, we were a bit drunk. We had a great night. I think that what did me dirty was we left the club at 2:45. We get to the casino. I look down at my phone. It's 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Then I did the maths. It's daylight savings, right?
Right.
So time's gone back.
So suddenly we've just gained an hour.
I gained an hour.
The
but
night
I-
is young.
Obviously, I was
That's
drunk, so I was like, I've gained an hour. Like, I thought it was just 2 o'clock anyway. I was like, oh, we're so much time to go. So obviously, I go to the first table and get a bit like jazzy with it. I'm like, yeah, let me put $50 on roulette. Lost.
Disappears.
I was like, okay, you know what? I'll use only $100. So I'm already half of it's gone, right? I tried to do like 10, 10, 10, 10. The next 50's gone. And
All
I'm
on
like, okay,
roulette?
I've done 100. 100's gone on
Oh,
roulette.
okay.
Then I had another 50. And then I was like, you know what? I'll save this. Like, if I have to do it, I have to do it. And then I lost that down to like 30. And then we're down in Melbourne. We met a couple of like Rohit's friends, couple of like some of the other like guys' friends. And this one girl, she's like very nice. she was like, you know what?
No, the crazy thing about
Yeah.
so first of all, right? So this is one of my mates that
Yeah.
I was a uni mate. I haven't seen her for a while because she
Yeah.
moved to Adelaide and now she
Okay.
lives in Melbourne, right? And so we invite her out to go out with us clubbing, and then she's like, no, I can't come out, blah blah blah, right?
Okay.
Then we kept inviting her. We went to bar number 1. We invited her. She said no. Bar number 2, no. Club, no. Casino at 2:30 in the morning. Yes, I'm there.
Yeah.
And then she rocks up
She's
at
there before
2:30.
us.
She rocks up before us. And she's like, yeah, I'll come to the casino with you guys. Do you want to come out with us? But casino, absolutely, right? Meets her then for the first time.
Yeah. And I have $30 in my pocket. I've lost $120. And she's like, no, trust me. I'll win money. And I was like, look, you know what? I gave her my money in the last $30. And
Stranger. She just
Stranger.
no, like puts the money on the table, right?
Yeah.
Didn't even, and then she just doesn't even ask him. She just starts grabbing chips and then putting them on the board. And then standing there like, dude, this chick is literally just taking my money and gambling for free.
And honestly, I was like, if you win me money, I'm there for it. Like she looked like she knew what she was doing. She was like so intently looking at like that roulette table. Like it was like God, like
She was
driven,
finding
bro.
strategies.
Yeah.
in
I was
the
like, brother,
table.
I'm just throwing it wherever I want to throw it. Like that's what I'm doing. She won me back in that, like in 3 turns, she won me back at least like $45, I think.
Ooh,
I was
okay.
up and I was like, I don't even know who you are. Like I owe you like my life, basically. Like I'm going home with some, in the positive somehow. Like not really, but somehow. But yeah, that was, I mean, Rohit's friends, yeah, they got my back. So.
no, but I just found it so funny how this chick just started stealing money and started gambling
yeah,
for him.
I left it on the
won.
table. I left it
Yeah.
on the table and she's like, yeah, that's my chips.
Literally like, like Triple Cheese was literally like, I don't want to bet this round because, you know, I've lost too much on the previous rounds. And then she just comes in and then just starts spreading the chips on the board and then wins him back. He's now up $45 after being down 150.
Did you give her a cut of your winnings?
I think I lost too much money to give her anything, but I gave her a good high five and called it a night. She was like, "Oh, you guys want to go KFC?" I was like, "That's gonna be a no for me, but let me know how it goes."
Triple Cheese, famously vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
Can't order anything on that menu.
Oh, yeah, the chips though, I heard they're good. On a side
Chips
note,
are slappers.
yeah.
We also Sen also slandered you in Brisbane. We went to Brisbane last week on the Saturday night. Sen and I weren't there. We had to fly on the Sunday. But how was that night? Because he was saying all sorts of things. Triple Cheese was hammered. Triple Cheese and his mate were risen the bartender. All this sort of nonsense.
For legal reasons, I was visiting no one. Let it be known. But no, so it was a great, like, it was a good Saturday night. It was, you know, a big day. We got in there Saturday morning. You know, went to the beach for a bit, like we're chilling, and then we got the early flight, so 6 a.m. flight Saturday. So in the mid afternoon, we're getting a bit tired, and we're like, you know, we'll go to the bar, just watch the games at the bar, like see how it goes. Watch the first, like, you know, watch the 3 games that were meant to be that day, and we're like, okay, look, everyone's a bit tired. We should, like, maybe, like, you know, chill around here, go home. There's about 8 of us. And then one of the guys was like, oh, there's a nice rooftop bar. He lives in Brisbane. He's like, there's a nice rooftop bar in Brisbane. We'll go there. This is where the story kind of gets a bit, like, sad for some of us. 4 of us managed to make it to the bar. No issues, you know? Like, the games in the, like, the last 15 minutes, we're like, you know what? We'll leave now before people leave from Suncorp Stadium. Because we're right next to the stadium. We're like, we'll leave now. We'll get to the bar early and then we can, like, get the Uber early, right? We're there. We're waiting in the line. We call the other 4. Their Uber cancelled. They're waiting to get the next Uber. They're waiting to get the next Uber. All the Ubers are cancelled because everyone's coming out of the stadium now. So we're like, what do we do? Me and one of the other blokes who's also, you know, been on the podcast before, he had a smart idea, like, let's go inside and wait. Inside the rooftop bar.
Let's not wait in the cold.
Yeah. Let's go inside,
the
get some
establishment.
drinks, and then we'll wait. And I was like, you know what? I'm down for it. Like, you know, like, everyone's a bit tired. We're going to have a big night. We're like, you know, we'll have a chill night, but we'll go inside. Went inside the establishment, very nice cocktail bar, like rooftop, nice view of the city. And we're like still like messaging these guys, like, where are you guys at? Like, how long are you guys gonna be? It's like we left around like 8:45. It was almost like 9:30, like 9:45. Like, how long are you guys gonna be? And then they're like, look, if we get an Uber now, we're going home. And we're like, oh, okay, like just come out. Like, we're like, this is like there's only one night, just come out. Like, and they manage to get an Uber, they come out, and then there's a massive line. They can't get into the cocktail bar. It's like 11 p.m. this time, and they're like, you know what? Like, we might just sack it, go home.
Yeah.
And we're telling them, like, oh, like, see what we can do. And, like, against all odds, they make it inside the cocktail bar.
Nice.
They're inside. And then now me and my mate, we're like, oh, like, they're here. We may as well start drinking a little bit more. So we're like, oh, we get the, you know, the margaritas coming out. Like, you know, we're feeling a bit fancy about ourselves. Like, he's drinking something that tastes like literally a mango lolly. Like, so sugary. I don't know how he's done it. You know, just get the margaritas out. And then... you know, we're like, okay, you know what? Like, it's getting around 11:30. One of the guys called it a night. We're like, you know what? Maybe it's time to, like, you know, call it a night. Like, we're not that drunk yet. We're like, we'll call it a night. We go downstairs. We're walking out. And there's a club right next to it. And there's like no line. We're like, you know what?
It'd be rude not to.
It'd be rude not to. Like, yeah, the club's there. We'll stay for like 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We go inside the club. And like, it's like, you know, it's a very like old, I think like there's not many like young people, a lot of like older like crowd in that club.
Okay.
Like, good little club though. Just, you know, partying it up. And my mate turns to me and he's like, he has this bright idea. He's like, I want to be given a drink for free. Like that was his aim. Like it's like he's like a side quest for him.
Yeah, mission of the night.
Mission of the night.
Free
I want to be
drink.
given a drink for free. And like we're both sober. Like we're like not like that drunk. Like we're like maybe like 1 or 2 out of 10, like on the drunk scale. So like, you know what? Let's try it. So he finds a corner of the bar and he's like, I'm gonna talk to this bartender. This is what I'm gonna try and get free drinks from. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I'm again accomplice to the crime. I'm standing there. He's talking to her. Like we get like just easy drinks, like 2 mixes. We're like 2 drinks, get it. We go back, we drink it, we go back. And like every time like we're there, like he talks a bit more and he's like starts talking to her.
How is the Riz? Just give us a rating.
He was asking a lot of questions that I couldn't really hear because again, it's in a party, right? It's like it's a club, right? So I don't know if she even understood what she was saying. Like her job is to be nice,
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, like I think she was doing her job. Like I don't think she was accepting the riz. It's more like let me just be nice back to this guy, right?
This guy's spending.
A nod of the head, shake of the drink.
Yeah, she's like, hi,
Say less.
yes, like that's great, right? So it's a lot of like Riz was okay, and I was like, look, maybe he'll get there. He kept telling me, he's like, oh bro, next one's free. Trust me, it's working. Next one's free. Also, we're like sharing drinks, so I'm like not really wanting to drink at that point. But then I'm like, he's like buying one round. I'm like, okay, I'll buy the next round, right?
So you're slowly getting.
So I'm getting drunk and I'm paying money for it. I'm like, there's nothing for free yet. Like I'm paying money for this, right? So I'm like, you know what? Okay, look, he's like, next one's free. And then like I remember he's like, okay, this one's gonna be the one, right? And I'm like, all right, no. It's like the 4th or 5th time we've gone back. And then he's like talking to her and he's like, do you accept tips? And she's like, no, like I feel bad, like I don't like take it. And he's like, oh, he goes in his pocket, brings out $10.
Oh.
Cash.
Oh.
Gives it to her.
Drinks probably $10.
Drinks are like already like $11 each. So $21 every time I tap it. It's $21. She takes the taps, takes the tip, takes the cash. She's like, here's your drinks. I'm like, oh, free drink. Yeah. And then her hand races across, gets the card reader, turns it around, taps. And we're like, you know what? Okay, maybe next one. Because this guy's got the tip. We go back. We go back 2 more times. 3 more times. We're getting the card reader back. He goes again into his pocket after the 4th time.
Another
$5 gives it to her. And I'm like, at this point, brother, you're paying more for the drinks than the drinks we're getting. And his thing was like, oh, you know what? Like, we'll like she's drinking, like she's putting a bit more alcohol in the drinks, like we're getting a bit more drunk. Like,
No,
brother,
he's not.
she's not. She's doing her job.
She's
like,
literally got the 30 milliliter shot glass that she's pouring the liquor into,
And
before
that's
she
all it
puts in
is.
the glass. That's it. She's not adding a little bit extra for you.
dude, I was unbelievably cooked at the end of the night. I was like 11 out of 10. I was like, bro, I want to go home. Like it was 11 p. Like it was 1 a.m. at this point. We were there for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we're there for an hour and a half, and it's like 1 a.m. No free drinks, mind you. Paid for everything. Paid tips also $15. And then like one of the girls there, she was like doesn't drink. She's very like famously not a big drinker. She was like, you know what, I want to leave.
Doesn't
She's
like nights out.
She's like, you know what, we're leaving at 1, right? 12:55. The man looks at me. He's like, one more try. Let's go back. We go back, get a drink, come back. We're holding the drinks. She looks at both of us in the face and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like literally across the dance circle, she's like, what is wrong with you guys? And we're like, at this point, we're like drunk. So we're like, bro, we're just vibing. Like, yeah, it's nothing that bad. And then we get like, the rest of us, like the rest 7 of us like escort us out. We leave the club. We're both obviously off our heads at this point. And he's trying to reason with me. He's like, oh bro, like trust me, like give me like two more drinks. I would have got it. I would have got to her. I was like, there's no winning in this situation. Even if you get a free drink, you paid $15 out of your own pocket for no reason.
That's wild.
That's wild. Yeah, it was a...
Firstly, guys getting free drinks at bars, that's honestly unicorn status. Like, it's very rare.
Which is why I think he wanted it. Like, it was like, he wants to be that guy.
Yeah, but doing it through tips is not. I'm going to say, like...
It's like pay to win right now.
Yeah, it's pay to win.
It's pay to win right now. You literally...
Bro did like multiple... He was doing the battle pass. He was doing it multiple times.
Dude, I agree. You can't microtransactions at the bar is not the way to go.
Not a fan.
I reckon you're immediately disqualified if you're giving tips.
That's it. You have to. It has to be
all legal,
purely
above
out of
board.
charm
I have to say,
personality.
I've been to one. There's this one restaurant in Newtown. I'm gonna call them out. Alba, fucking beautiful, beautiful restaurant. Every time we go there, and it's always the same man. The past year and a half, the same dude who works. He must love his job. I tell you that much. Always gives us free shots at the end. Always.
That's great.
Always
That's
free
what
shots.
you want. See, that's what you
That's
want.
what you want. He's like, look, I know you guys enjoyed the food.
Yeah.
You guys want to stay for a little bit more. I'll go.
See, that's what this man wanted, but...
Didn't happen.
There's a way to do it. I don't think the way, if the end reaction is what the fuck is wrong with you, you've done something wrong to get to that stage, you know?
Look, yeah, he even tried to get the Instagram of the bartender. It didn't go down. It was like, look, that's when I realized that the Riz was not on that night. I was like, I'm standing out. Look, I was standing there. I was G'ing him up, but I wasn't being a part of it.
Geeing him up, losing money.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Again, losing money for me? It's a normal night out for me. So.
Yeah, the problem is by G'ing him up, he wanted more, which meant by default you also had to pay more.
Yeah.
And
It
at
was
the end,
a-
yeah. I actually, to this day, have not looked at how much I spent that night. And I will not be looking
We don't need
to.
to know.
Good idea.
But yeah, that was my Brisbane Saturday night.
Okay, so I think that's all the Sen slander out of the way. The lies that he's told about
Rebuttals
you.
I've had.
You've had to
prepared for
rebuttal.
years.
Beautiful. So we appreciate that. But now let's slander Sen. Right? What do you think, as his cousin Triple Cheese, what is the worst thing about him?
Yeah. You guys have the pleasure of knowing him for how many years now? 12, 13?
I'm a bit less, but I
Yeah.
think
There-
So sadly, I've known him for the whole of my life, which is not good. And yeah, we're also like famously the same age. So famously, as everyone knows. No, I think it's yeah. This is actually from you. I got this word from you. So famously, I can't stop saying it now.
It's pretty good to say.
It's good. It's a good.
I actually
word.
think I got it off Kush maybe.
I don't know.
It's got a circle right now. You got it from me or? Nah, but yeah, so we're the same age. But we've like recently become close, and I think the biggest thing for me with
Yeah.
Sen, I think you guys have obviously discussed on the podcast, and you can guess what it is. It's his ability to just not adhere to time standards whatsoever. So, like you know, obviously we got his families, like
Yeah.
his family, my family, and it's got to the point now where my mom's like, "Oh, like have they left yet?" And like I know for a fact that they haven't.
Yeah,
like
you got
I
Sen's
know
lo-
they
you got his
haven't.
location.
So yeah, so Sen like we had this like time a few years ago where like everyone had everyone's locations. Very very toxic behavior, very toxic. But we had everyone's locations to find my friends, right? And we got to the point where like you know what, that's too bad. We'll really like you know we'll delete everyone's. We'll take it easy.
Yeah.
Just give each other some space.
I didn't think it was toxic actually.
Yeah, me personally, I was like, it's fine.
I think it's
But
fine.
Sen
I think
just-
it's fine to have people's locations.
Yeah.
Sen's a private man
Yeah.
though. He doesn't like you know everyone knowing where his whereabouts
Fair
are.
enough.
which is fair enough. But he deleted me, and I was like, fair enough. And then I got to the point where I was like, he was just late to everything. Like I'll be like, you know, get here at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
My mom's like, oh, we have to like, I'll come to ours at 1 o'clock. He's like 1:30, 1:45. He's not there. And she's like, where is he? And I'm like, oh, like he's messaging me saying he'll be there soon, right? So I got his location back, and now I know like when he's like leaving home, like where he is. It actually got to the point like we went to the movie like a couple of weeks ago, like as a family, and Sen's sister, she was like, she told the time when the movie started to Sen at 8:15.
Yeah.
The movie started at 9 o'clock. Sen somehow still was there at 8:45. So like it was lucky that he still made it in time of the movie.
Dude, being late for a movie.
Yeah,
That's
such a-
wild.
and
That's
it's
such a
literally-
crime. That
And
should
it's
be
the
a
second
criminal
part movie to the
offense.
first part, so we needed like we want to know the beginning of the movie because there's the first part. We want to
man
carry
missed
on
the first act if it was at 8:15.
The guy was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there at 8:15," and then 8:30. I'm looking at his location, and it's like he's still coming towards like the shopping center. I'm like, "Bro, where are you?" 8:45 is like, "Oh, I'm parking, brother." I'm like, "The movie started like 30 minutes ago." Obviously, it didn't, but trying to get him in, and yeah, that's my biggest gripe with him. Like, anything else, like he's a bit adds a bit of mayo on the stories a lot of times, but other than that, just
It's
a lovely
just
guy.
you'd
yeah.
hope to see some improvement.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the thing is like he's always been late, and like I'm a later person. I'll be honest. I'll keep it 100 with you guys. I'm late as a
Yeah.
person, but I'm late maybe 5-10 minutes. Like I'll be late. This guy he lates to the point where it's like 34, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and it's like my mom's like, is he even coming? Like at this point, like is he gonna be here? Like so.
I reckon
yeah.
10, 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes, I think is the
It's a leeway, right?
absolute cutoff.
I agree.
Like-
before the 15 minutes is a cutoff, so you don't have to communicate. That
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think 10 minutes is called before you communicate. I reckon.
15's okay. I like the
Yeah.
15. I like the 15 minutes. But like, if you're 45
minutes late.
you're not
And there's
saying
no
a word.
regrets, no regrets about it.
He just comes
he's
in,
walking
sits
in.
down,
He's
yes,
like,
sir.
"You guys were waiting for me, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, and what? Like, and what?"
Yeah,
So-
no, I think if you start making plans to accommodate him coming at a later time, you got
That's what it's got to the point now where we have to give him a time that's 30 minutes ahead of time.
You're just lying.
We're
to
lying
him.
to his face.
You know, I do this as well when he picks me up to come down. I'm like, oh, we're starting at 11. I'm like, sweet, I'll be here like at 10:45.
Yeah.
Comes up perfectly. 11. I'm like, all right, I got something going now.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
easy.
So you got to tell him 10:45.
But I think he figured it out. So
Yeah.
when it was like 11, I'm like, come 10:50 or like 10:45.
Perfect.
It's like come 11:10, and I was like, do I got to change it up? Because
Yeah.
it gets a bit sus.
Yeah.
He knows the recording starts at 11:10, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, I'll be here, like 10:35.
10:35. And
And
he's
then
like,
obviously it'd be like that's
it's a bit early.
that's
Too
like,
early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too early.
Slow
So
down, mate.
I can only, it's the 15 minutes. I can only do it then. So
Yeah.
I reckon after 2 weeks he figured out. I was like, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
He's there at 11. I'm gonna come at 11:10.
Yeah. That's valid. That's valid.
Alrighty, boys. We're playing Bullslut. So, a lot of you listeners have been chirping at us, saying that you could play this game and you could beat us at this game. We're trash, right? We've got a listener in Triple Cheese has come. He's going to challenge Kush. So how this game, the Bullslut, all right, is the game where you got to name as many, items in a category as possible. And I will not be playing. I will be simply the game master. Kush is now the elect representative of Critical Banter Podcast versing a listener.
Famously, I'm not good at it.
You also got 25 in a minute to 30 seconds, wasn't it?
That was train station.
I
I'm a
got
different
that.
breed.
Yeah, look.
I'm built different when it comes to that northern line, baby.
Got that dog in you, don't you?
We're going to start off easy.
Got that trans dev in me, baby.
State New South Wales.
But we're going to put it to rest. Are we good at this game? Or are the listeners better at us?
You chose the worst contender to
I just want
represent
to say
Critical
that
Banter.
when I do listen at home, I actually do hear the question, I pause, I put 30 seconds on the clock, and I do try to race it. So
Are you actually serious?
I actually do that, yeah.
How do you normally do?
And so I do all right, but I think with the lights on, like I don't know, the lights may be too bright.
there's a recording sign there, you
look,
know?
I don't know. We'll see.
You sweating? I can see it.
I'm sweating.
A lot of pressure. Alrighty. How many ice cream flavors can you name in 30 seconds?
I'll
Kush,
give it to
you
the guest.
start.
I'll give it to the guest.
Oh,
Triple
please,
cheese,
yeah, triple cheese
please.
start us
Look,
off.
I'll start nice and easy. I'll start with 5.
I'll go 15.
So I'm not playing this game.
I'm here to win, baby.
Ice cream flavors, triple cheese.
Ice cream flavors? I can do 16.
You 5?
Any ice cream flavor, right?
Any ice cream
Oh,
flavor.
yeah.
16 in 30
16.
seconds, Kush.
21.
Nah, that's all you, bro. I
is
can't bother with
crazy.
Bullslut. 21. Yeah, that's all new. I can't do 21.
Ice cream flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Kush. Your time starts now.
Banana, strawberry, mango, vanilla, chocolate, a raspberry, golden gay time, is that a flavor? Caramel, double chocolate, mint, salted caramel,
Plenty of time.
rose, pistachio, ew.
5 seconds.
5.
Yeah, let's go.
21 was too much.
You got 13. All
I think you
right.
put on 15. If you
I could have got 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
Alright.
named like 10 off the bat.
you scared me at the beginning, I'll be completely honest. I was like, it's gonna be the fastest 24 hours I've ever had in my life.
It's tough.
Baskin and Robbins over here, like he's gonna name all 39 flavors. Jesus.
It's the, once you get through the main ones, it's the fucking
It's a
salted
double-
caramel with honey nougat or some shit like that. Honey nougat, man.
It's honey, bro.
You got 13, Kush. I'm going to need you to...
Sorry.
Step it up.
Like
Step
I
it
said,
up
I'm a
here.
poor representative of Critical Banter when it comes to this game.
Alrighty. How many canteen food items from school can you name in 30 seconds? Kush, now it's your turn to
You
start.
start.
I'll go with 5.
5? I think I can do 9.
9.
Yeah.
You were famously
Triple cheese, brother.
canteen consumer.
Consumer.
I'll go for 12
12? Food items.
food items.
Canteen food items.
Okay.
Yeah, know this cutlery for 5 cents. None of that.
Paper towels. 13. 13.
13.
Yeah. I think it's safe.
I mean, canteen. I've been to 2 schools,
Oh.
2 high schools.
Multiple, and
Bit of a
primary
flex.
school.
And primary school.
Sir, preschool. Did we have? No, we
No,
didn't
no,
have
don't be
canteen.
silly. Don't be silly.
I reckon I could go 14.
I think I can do 15.
Bullslut.
All right.
Raj, 15 canteen food items in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
All right. Chicken burger, fish burger, veggie burger, sausage roll. You can do cheese and spinach roll. You can get meat pies. Ice block ice cream, chips, hot chips. So the packet chips and hot chips.
5 more.
10
10 seconds.
I got time. Okay,
got
5 more.
time.
5 more. No, I'm blanking. I'm blanking.
Time's up. Time's up.
I was wondering when he was going to go into the butter chickens, the,
Yeah, I was
the
like,
curries.
rice and curry. Like, can I do that? Like,
You got potato pies. You got...
potato pies. I don't know what
Yeah,
else.
you said meat pie. I was like, I'm surely going to go shepherd's potato, that kind of stuff.
I got a bit. Yeah, look, got a bit greedy with that one.
It gets tough once you don't get the easy
the ones
ones
that comes
out.
to you, yeah. See, at home, I take my time sometimes. 30 seconds sounds a lot faster here.
Scores 1-1, Kush. You've brought it back nicely. Let's just tone down how many we think we can do. Because I'm thinking, 15 and 21
Bet.
is wild. How many superheroes can you name in 30 seconds?
Superheroes.
Superheroes.
Triple cheese. Please take it away.
14.
No, he's going big. He's going big.
Big, yeah.
23.
Oh, not again.
Right. Let's tone it down. Us. 23.
36.
24.
25.
No way. To be fair, both of you were avid watchers.
Yeah, huge fan. Back in the day. But will I be able to bring it up?
It's gone down a little bit.
Yeah, it
so.
has. 26.
27. We're getting
We're getting dicey. Yeah, we're getting dicey.
Mate, we got dicey at 23.
Wait, what's the highest we've ever done?
Dude, this would definitely be the highest. I think you had 25. You had like 20 train
26,
stations.
I think you said. Yeah.
Do you want to take this one, Triple Cheese, or should I take it?
What did you say? 27?
Let him go,
27,
mate. Rev him up. I want to see this.
Who? Me or him?
Well, one of you, but I don't think you can do 27.
I don't know if I can do 27. Actually, I want to see you do 27. Let's go.
Are you going to bull slut me?
Yeah, you can do 27.
27? All right,
27.
here you go.
I think you can do it though, but let's go.
Kush, 27 superheroes in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Flash, Robin, Nightwing, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, Patrick Stewart, who the fuck, Charles Xavier, Hawkman, Hawkwoman, Plastic Man. I'm going really niche here.
3 seconds.
Shit.
Time's up. Time's up.
I think you're 23, 22, 23.
Oh, Kush.
I almost had it.
You're this close.
I was close. I almost had it.
You started so strong.
Dude,
You had 10 like in the first 3 seconds.
Justice League, you're gone, baby.
that was honestly a valiant effort. That was
Honestly?
actually an excellent effort.
I was trying to go through the Avengers and fucking Ant-Man.
Yeah, you
Forget
should
it.
go to all the Ant-Man. You should go X-Men, all the X-Men.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do. Oh, if I went, bro.
It's the time gets to you, man. The
Time gets you.
All right, 2-1.
All right, I'm feeling safe.
How many pizza toppings can you name in 30 seconds?
Again, famously vegetarian.
He's just like, cheese.
Cheese, double cheese, triple cheese. Call it a day.
I'm going to say 7.
Yeah, I think I do 10.
12.
12. Yeah, I think I do 13.
I reckon I can do 15.
15 pizza toppings.
Pizza toppings.
15 in 30 seconds. Yes, 16.
Bullslut.
Okay, let's go.
All right, triple cheese. 16 pizza toppings in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
All right, cheese. We got tomato sauce, barbecue sauce. Does it count?
Sauces don't count.
Okay, so cheese.
Pause.
All right.
Pause.
We'll do that again.
Sauce.
Clarify.
Pause.
Sauce
Because
is a topping.
it's on top of the dough.
Toppings, incorrect.
Okay.
I think, is cheese even a top? I feel like that's the
Cheese
base.
is fine. Cheese is
Okay,
fine.
what is your cheese once? Okay. Triple cheese. Make it clear.
We're going to run it back.
All right,
here we
let's
go.
try that again.
Time starts now.
Cheese, capsicum, you got pineapple, you got jalapenos, olives, tomato, onions, you got anchovies, you got chicken, beef, pork, pepperoni, salami, you got how many more seconds? How many more seconds?
10 seconds.
Three more to go.
3 more to go. Okay, you got
I lied. That's it. Time's up.
oh my god! I choked.
I thought you were going to go through the meats easy. I thought he
What
had
other
them
meats
coming.
are there?
Lamb, sujuk. I thought he had them all.
Again, just vegetarianist in me. just let me down.
Look, you went through the good ones. Capsicums, onions,
That's good. First off the bat.
olives,
jeez.
jalapenos. Pineapple at number 3. A bit dicey there, triple cheese.
I saw. Yeah.
The score is 2-all.
This is
Not one of you
What?
has won
that's how we play the game,
on
baby.
their own merit.
We call Bullslut. That's what we play.
Bring back train stations.
How many school subjects can you name in 30 seconds?
This is you, triple cheese. Off you go.
Start with 8.
16.
Are there even 16? I think we're getting to the very upper limit of how many
17.
school subjects there are.
That's the math.
I think you can do
I don't think there's more than like 10, to be honest.
At least there's 17.
It should be 17. Let's go. 17.
School subjects.
Yes,
and we're talking
subjects.
from year 7 to year
Yeah.
12, correct?
Mate.
17.
I'll even give you TAFE subjects at this point.
No. Settle down. Don't be silly. That's not school.
Yeah.
Let him have it. Let him have a Kush.
I think you can do.
My pride's telling you
Yeah.
no.
I think you can do more than
18.
that. Yeah, Bullslut. Go. Go.
Shit.
All right,
again.
Kush. 18 school subjects in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
English, advanced English, extension English,
Does that count?
Yep.
Okay. Math, 2 unit math, 3 unit math, 4 unit math, general math, legal studies, business studies, economics, PDHPE, ancient history, modern history, history extension, chemistry, physics.
One more.
Fuck. Studies of religion.
Bang. Done.
Wow.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, look at you.
I do the math in English is like 10.
That's 3. I thought it was separate subjects, and I was like, I don't know if there's more than.
Yeah, I think once you remove math and English, it's only like 8.
Yeah, it's like literally 10. Like that's what you have.
Wow, Kush. There you go.
On the board, actually. For
We're going to have to action replay that because you did say math and then you said 2 unit maths, 3 unit maths, 4 unit maths.
General maths.
General maths.
Oh, okay.
But maths,
Count math as advanced math. That's what I was saying. Oh, no, there is no.
That's-
Advanced math
2
is
unit
2 unit
maths.
maths.
Oh, anyway,
give us one. The score is 3-2.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to go first. We're going to, we'll do what you did to the girls when you played Flip Cup. First to 5.
Best of 5.
First to 5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The score is 3-2.
We're heating up. We're heating up.
All right.
Triple cheese. How many Australian slang words can you name in 30 seconds?
Australian slang.
Famously, TikTok has described us as the Punjab Kings. So I don't know how many we can really put out here.
Kings XI. All right. I think I could do I'll start low. You know what? I think it's time. 6.
Good. Bullslut.
Really?
I honestly don't know much Australian
Okay.
slang, so I think this is all you.
Australian slang.
Raj, you got to name 6 Australian slang words in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Okay, so the C word, mate, just mate. Cobbler.
Cobbler?
Yeah.
That's not the word.
That's a word.
Play on.
Cobber. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
Blimey.
Blimey's British, I think. Blimey's British.
Billabong. Is that that's just that's right.
Kathmandu.
No, what's the thing? What is he saying? What's he Matilda? I'm just going off the song.
3 more, Raj. 5 seconds.
Nah, look.
Oh, you didn't go.
6.
I thought Fair Dinkum was the first one that came to me.
Fair dinkum.
Mate, there's so many
stressed.
drongo. You could have even said Australia. Dude, there's so
Yeah.
many.
I'm stressed.
Maybe we are this Punjab podcast that was described.
I'm just choke city over here.
This will not be
4-2.
going on TikTok. I'll tell you that much. for free.
Yeah. We don't need any more of that on us.
The absolute racing. Kush is on 4.
What to
Raj, you got to come back here,
Yeah,
my
I gotta do
friend.
it.
How many words that rhyme with cat can you name in 30 seconds?
That's a musty one.
Yeah, look.
I will. Cat. 7.
I think you do 10. Yeah, cat.
12.
13.
14.
30 seconds. You can play.
This
All
is
side.
tough. This is tough.
What was the number?
14.
Kush, 14 words that rhymes with cat in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Bat, sat, lat, fat, brat, shat, lat, smat.
Maybe we'll check that.
Tat. Did I say cat? Cat is the word. So,
You actually can't say that one.
Matt.
I think you said that one. We'll count it.
Shukablat.
Time.
Mate, that was
That was horrible. That was terrible.
not-
For some reason, I felt confident. I just that
I
was
think
good.
flat. You could have gone, one of those
Yeah,
ones.
the 4-letter words.
You could add the 4-letter ones in.
And
yeah.
the two syllable words as well. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are some, I'm sure.
back
But
chat. There you go.
Scores 4-3.
All right, we're back.
Triple Cheese is bringing it back. Alrighty, boys, 4-3. Triple Cheese is desperate to stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
How many Australian beaches can you name in 30 seconds? Triple Cheese famously can't swim.
Famously choose not to swim. Actually, thank you very much.
Famously, we've been labeled as the Mumbai Indians. I'm just gonna keep putting on my IPL teams now.
IPL teams that got in your mind. Okay, you can start.
Australian beaches, man.
Yeah,
3.
5.
Bullslut.
All right.
5
Yeah.
Australian beaches in 30
This is it.
seconds. Your time starts now.
All right. So Coogee, Bondi, Manly, Freshwater, and Bruneless Sands.
Okay.
Dude, Kush!
I didn't know the last 2. I didn't even know the last 2, man.
Oh, dude, I was hoping not more than 5 though, because I think I'm pretty struggling.
Yeah,
And now it's 4 all.
Against all odds,
it's part of the game, man. It's
the
part
game
of
is the game.
How many TV shows on Toaster TV /Cheese TV can you name in 30 seconds?
This is also a must see, man.
It's only fair.
Well, you start first, Triple.
We'll start 2,
4.
6.
Bullslut.
All right.
Kush.
Do you reckon?
I can do 6. Yeah, we'll see.
This is for the pride of the podcast here.
It is what it is.
Triple Cheese to come in, playing this game once, dethrones Kush, who's played this, upwards of 10 times. Your time starts now.
Okay, so Pokemon, you got Yu-Gi-Oh, you have Chaotic, the game. You have Dragon Booster. You have what's the other one? American Dragon. Is that the Jake? Well, yeah, Jake Long. And
you can read the cost if you want.
dude, I'm trying to think. How much time do I have? I got one more,
10
right?
seconds. You have
Yeah,
10
time, man.
seconds.
Relax.
2 more. No, 1 more. 3,
Nah, wait.
2, 1. Time's up! Kush! Yes! You beauty!
Oh my god, I had one, bro. I had one in my
What did you
mind. The Digimon, wasn't that?
Digimon, Bakugan.
Bakugan,
that's the one! Oh, no.
I thought you'd also go like Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
I also think that American Dragon, Jake Long,
Was not
that's
on-
Saturday Disney, mate.
Saturday Disney.
That's Saturday Disney. That ain't Cheese TV, Toast TV. And just like that, Critical Banter
Choke
wins.
City.
Oh man, I was nervous. I
Yeah.
was nervous.
It's not that easy, my dear friends. Not that easy. He comes in, valiant effort, mind you.
Valley.
From 4-2, I'll take that.
What a
4-4.
comeback! What a
5-4.
comeback!
Letting you
solid.
play, let you cook, but never again.
Wowie. What an episode. The man, the myth, the legend, Triple Cheese, thank you very much for coming on. Give us a quick debrief on Bullslut. What did you think?
Yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. At home, play along at home, it's fun. But with the lights, with the people staring you down, the time coming out.
It's a little bit challenging, but thank you for playing. Kush, congratulations once again on that
Thank you.
dominant victory, I will say.
5-4, dominant.
5-4.
Dominant.
Crushing victory.
And my hopes, dreams.
But as always, rate us 5 stars on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you consume your podcast, get on that, give us 5 stars. And as always, we'll see you next week.